Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. I'm just some guy. And there sure is a lot of negativity out there today, isn't there? So I wanted to talk a little bit today about negativity and why we're so drawn to negativity, why there's so many negative people, why every story that you see is negative. And one of the things, and we're going to jump right into the point, is misery loves company, right? Because when you are sad, when you're down on your luck, when you're depressed, when you just lost your job, when something terrible happens to you, you want to know in your mind, in your subconscious, whether you think you do or not, you want to know that there's somebody somewhere that has it worse than you. And you might not, like I said, you might not consciously believe this, right? Now, you might think, well, I don't want to do that. I personally do not want to know that somebody is doing worse than me. But deep down inside, whether you think so or not, you do. Because you don't want to be the person that is at the absolute bottom of the barrel. And so it leads to a downward spiral to being one of the people that is at the bottom of the barrel. Because when you start thinking negatively, you start manifesting that into your life. And this is something that I have a lot of experience with. Now, if you go back and you look at some of my videos from previous, you'll see me talk a lot about how I was in a very, very deep depression for a really long time. I lost probably a good 3, 4, 5 years of my life to just constant depression. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't go outside. I've lost almost, probably 90% of the friendships that I had. I ate terrible. I got fat. I have a lot of health issues now due to a lot of these things. And a lot of that was due to negativity in my life and in the world in general. If you realize, especially if you're an older person, right, you'll think back on things and you'll realize that it's gotten a lot worse. Everybody's divided over whether politics, class issues, money, billionaires, whatever it is, whose waifu is better, things along those lines. But like everybody and everything these days is very, very negative. And I think one of the big things that we have to do to combat this is we need to put the positivity that we want to see into the world. Now, here's a case study on this exact thing that I'm talking about. I have been uploading workout videos for the past 30 plus days. Now, I realized that when I put titles like, hey guys, we did it, everything's fantastic, they would get an okay amount of views. But the moment that I put out a video that was like, guys, I messed up. Guys, absolutely devastating setback. Those videos garnered exponentially more views than a video that was like, hey, I finally did it. I finally broke through, 20 pounds lost. Because people who are struggling with losing weight, people who are struggling with motivation, they don't want to see somebody make it. Because then they have to have that internal look to themselves and go, this person's making it. I'm not. This person is better than me. Why can't I do it? But if they see somebody that's struggling, they can go, well, I'm struggling, they're struggling, I understand this situation. So instead of getting motivated because somebody else is motivated and being positive, they would much rather see that person fail. And I think that social media has done a really, really bad job of just breaking people's entire lives and perceptions of reality, right? Because while, yes, everybody struggles, you as a person now have to contend with seeing everybody else online. And let's be real, a lot of those people that are super successful, super happy, super, they're lying. They are. But there's the perception that it's just that easy. And that is one of the reasons why I film all of my workouts, because I don't want to just be like, oh well, I lost 20 pounds, but what you don't see on the off camera is that I'm taking Ozempic or I'm chugging Adderall so that I don't eat or something along those lines. I like to journal everything so that you can see that if I can do it, you can do it, because my knees are messed up, my ankles are messed up. Up until 30 days ago, I had very little willpower. I've been slowly working on getting everything more positive in my life. And one of the big things for me that has drastically helped is changing my mindset. So instead of coming into things and going, well, I watched this video and it looked real easy and then it was hard, and then giving up because it hurts, and stuff like that, I've been trying to change myself to a more positive mindset. I set small goals for my things. And you know what? Maybe somebody's doing it better. Maybe somebody lost 30 pounds in the last 30 days, but that person's not me. And I'm not you. And you're not that person. We are all our own individual people. And I think that realistically, what we need to do is we need to change that mindset. And I think that, stepping away from the screen, like I've mentioned in my previous video, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. One of the interesting things is a lot of the negative comments I've noticed don't actually watch the video or address it. They'll watch 30 seconds of it and go, I'm having a miserable day today. I'm going to make a miserable comment. And then I call those people out because I want them to know that they need to do better. Like, stop having such a miserable time. If you actually watched what I talked about, and you stepped away from the screen, like the things right here aren't that serious. Anything that's on the screen, especially somebody that you don't know, doesn't really impact you in the day-to-day, right? Because it's different than if it's like somebody, your family, somebody that's, a friend of a friend. But if it's just some random stranger on the internet that's trying to bring you down, bring down your negativity, harsh your vibe, man, it's really not that big of a deal. And the thing is that before the super widespread advent of social media, we didn't really have that, did we? We went out, we connected with other human beings, because it's easier to say negative things when you're not face to face with somebody else, because there's the societal norms, there's the societal contract, things like that. And so it's a lot harder to be mad at somebody that you can hear their voice inflection. Maybe I say a joke online, and because there's no there's no voice inflection, there's nothing like that, it's not taken the right way, and now somebody's mad at me, and then I have to try to explain myself, but at the same time I'm like, why do I have to explain myself? It's just a joke. And then we get into this spiral of negativity where I'm like, I hate that person, this person doesn't understand me, and then the other person's like, well, they're being mean to me, and well, and it's just not that big of a deal. So it's like, when you have a bunch of negativity in your life, it's one of the things that they say, right? You attract what you put out into the universe. And so one of the big things that I like to do with these videos anyways, at least like, these videos, is I'm trying to be as positive as possible, because I'm trying to give what I want to receive. So if I can foster a very positive outlook and stuff like that, then I'm hoping that, you guys will be positive, and maybe you can take this away. And it's like, the thing is that if you start looking at people who are having a really bad time, they're always negative, they're always mean, maybe it's because everybody's negative and mean to them. And, maybe they're going through some stuff, and then just being mean to them is just, again, repeating that cycle when, you really could just let things brush off your shoulders. And I feel like everything is ramped up to this extreme because, like, on social media, on media in general, the people who are having a bad time, what are they going to do? They're going to click on the most clickbaity negative thing possible, and that's going to spread. The algorithm's going to be like, well, these negative people want to see it, and so that you're going to show it to other people, and then other people, and then I'm going to be watching anime with Jonas on a Wednesday, and I'm going to be like, hey, did you see this, like, crazy thing that I saw on the internet because I'm terminally online? And he's going to go, no, because I'm not online and I really don't care. And you know what? In that moment, Jonas is way better off than I am because he's not even aware of the petty, insignificant, negative thing that's happening. He's got his own problems to worry about that aren't that. And realistically, unless it's some giant major war or something along that line that, like, directly impacts you, is there really anything that you can do about it? So why worry about it? Why worry about something that doesn't impact you or anybody or, anything that you can control, right? Like, you have to take this sphere of things that you can control and then work on that. And then you can work on other things. I have this thing called empathy burnout. And I think that, a lot of times you'll get, especially online, because most people won't talk to you about this in real life to your face, but a lot of times people will go, well, you have to care about this issue. You have to care about that issue. You have to care about this. You have to care about every injustice in the world at all times, 24/7. And that's going to cause empathy burnout. And the more things that I'm told that I have to care about, when I can't do anything about it, it doesn't directly impact me. In my day-to-day, if I have some extra time outside of the things that I'm worrying about, bettering my life, bettering my situation, bettering my environment, fostering a good community with the people that I care about and my friends, then maybe I can care about it. But if I care about everything all the time, everywhere, I just don't have that much empathy, and I feel like you're just going to burn out, and then everything's going to be negative because all you're seeing is negative things. So if we focused more on building positive things, positive communities, positive news, it would eventually trickle into the negative things, right? So instead of going, oh, well, these people are being oppressed, go, well, how can I take at least some of those people and make a more positive thing? And then if people want to be negative about that positive thing that you're doing, well, F them, right? People are always going to try to bring you down to their level, and you just have to try to just be the best person that you can be. Because at the end of the day, the only real people that you have control over are you. That's it. So if all you can control is you, control you to the best that you can control you. And I think that's where it is. I'm going to go make some more positive stuff. And like always, if you stuck around to the end, this is where I'm going to make the thumbnail. So, let me know how it was. Let's go with this. I like this right here. This is good. Hold on. Can we do... No, I was going to try to put the throne in there. But anyways, if you stuck around this long, remember it's free to subscribe. And spread some positivity in my comment section and other comment sections, because you know what? The best thing that you can do is be positive on YouTube, because there's a lot of negativity out there. But anyways, I'm just some guy. If you like this, like, fave, subscribe, comment down below. If you dislike it, stop being so negative, dude. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, homies. Peace out.